Q9738. To conduct an RNAV GPS approach to LPV minimum is, the aircraft must be furnished with a GPS/WAAS receiver approved for an LPV approach by the AFM supplement. B. A GPS TSO 129 receiver certified for IFR operations. C. An IFR approach certified system with required navigation performance, RNP, of 0.5. The correct answer is A. For LPV approaches, which provide vertical guidance similar to an ILS approach, the aircraft must have a GPS/WAAS, Wide Area Augmentation System, receiver that is specifically approved for LPV approaches. The receiver should be listed in the aircraft's approved flight manual, AFM, supplement, or equivalent documentation. This approval ensures that the receiver meets the necessary requirements and performance standards for conducting LPV approaches. Having a GPS TSO 129 receiver certified for IFR operations or an IFR approach certified system with RNP 0.5 is not sufficient for conducting an RNAV GPS approach to LPV minimums. 9744. Pilots are not authorized to fly a published RNAV or RNP procedure unless it is retrievable by the procedure name from A. The aircraft navigation database, or manually loaded with each individual waypoint in the correct sequence. B. The aircraft navigation database, or manually loaded with each individual waypoint and verified by the pilots. C. The aircraft navigation database. The correct answer is C. A published RNAV or RNP procedure, instrument approach, departure, or arrival procedure, cannot be flown by a pilot unless it can be found by the procedure name in the aircraft navigation database and the method complies with the charted procedure. 9744-1. GBAS approaches are A. Flown using the same techniques as an ILS once selected and identified. B. Flown the same as an LDA with glide slope tuning and identification. C. Automatically tuned and displayed after selection of the 3-character procedure identifier. The correct answer is C. GBAS is a satellite-based precision approach and landing system that provides highly accurate navigation guidance for aircraft. When selecting a GBAS approach, the system automatically tunes and displays the necessary information after inputting the 3-character procedure identifier. GBAS approaches utilize a different technology and concept compared to ILS, Instrument Landing System, or LDA, Localizer Type Directional Aid, approaches. Therefore, GBAS approaches are not flown using the same techniques as an ILS or LDA once selected and identified. 9773. Pilots are responsible for knowing A. If they can conduct an RNP approach with an ARC at a designated airspeed. B. If the RNP missed approach is normal or reduced. C. If the RNP registration is complete. The correct answer is A. The RNP value associated with an approach determines the required navigational accuracy for the aircraft to fly the procedure. If the RNP approach includes an ARC segment, pilots need to ensure that their aircraft's RNP capability meets the required performance for flying the ARC at the designated airspeed. This information is crucial for safely and accurately navigating the ARC segment during the approach. While pilots are responsible for knowing other information related to RNP approaches, such as the type of missed approach procedure and the completion of RNP registration, Option A specifically addresses the pilot's responsibility to determine if they can conduct an RNP approach with an ARC at a designated airspeed. 8279. Under what conditions may an air carrier pilot continue an instrument approach to the DH after receiving a weather report indicating that less than minimum published landing conditions exist at the airport? A. If the instrument approach is conducted in a radar environment. B. When the weather report is received as the pilot passes the FAA. C. When the weather report is received after the pilot has begun the final approach segment of the instrument approach. The correct answer is C. When a pilot has started the final approach segment of an instrument approach method and the weather is reported as being at or above landing minimums, he may continue the approach to DH or MD, even if he later receives a report showing that the weather is below minimum. If the pilot determines that the visibility is at least what is required by the approach, that he or she has the necessary visual landmarks in sight, and that a normal descent and landing can be accomplished, the pilot may land from that approach.